Hello viewers and welcome to the Stop Hunter. Now a top tip for you now if you're thinking of taking the Earn2Trade funded trader challenge, or for that matter any funded trader challenge, or even if you want to put this into your own trading. Now this tip is going to hopefully save you money and in the longer term make you money as well. And one of the most overlooked parts of taking one of these challenges is the trade and risk management side. And even when you first start, what trade size should you actually be putting on? Especially for new traders, a bit confused, they want to have a go, they've had a bit of experience trading, then where do you actually start? Well, I've got two ways of thinking about it and we're going to have a look at those right now. So why am I focusing on Earn2Trade? As you can see here on the website I'm in, well, I'm actually going to be doing their Trader Career Path Challenge for my YouTube channel to show you how I get on, all the tips and tricks, all the things you need to know to get you past that finishing line and get you funded. So that's why I'm focusing on Earn2Trade. But the methodologies in this video you can apply quite easily to other funded challenges, or even, like I said earlier, your own type of trading. Now, what am I basing my methods on for this video? Well, I'm going to use this TCP 50 because that's the one I'll actually be doing. And if you scroll down a bit further, you can start to see the rules. Now, here you go. These are the ones we need to know. It's end of day drawdown and daily loss limit. And those are the key variables for our inputs here, and to the upside we'll be targeting 3,000. We've got the 50,000 of simulated funds and we can trade up to 6 contracts. So with that, let's have a look at that first methodology. So I thought it'd be easier if I put it all down in a Excel spreadsheet to show you how I got it to work. So this is the first methodology. It's the basic methodology. It's a real nice one to keep you in the game longer. So where do we start? So see the green boxes there, that's our end of day drawdown from the 50k Earn2Trade challenge and the daily loss limit of $1,100. That's the real important one. And as you can see to the right there, I'm only going to be risking a maximum of $157 per trade. Now you're thinking, well, on a 50 grand account, that's not much. It's going to take me forever to get there, but it's also going to keep you in the game longer, and that's what it's about. It's about consistency and longer term profit making, not just get lucky with a few trades, get funded and then blow it all afterwards. We want to stay in the game longer, we want to make money longer. That's the aim of the game. Now, why have I come up with 157? Well, I've taken the 1100 here, I've basically divided that by 7. Now you can change this number according to what you like. Why 7? Because from my trading experience I know how many trades I can lose in a row, or the maximum I feel comfortable with losing. So 1100 divided by 7, that gives you the $157. So then you're going to say, well, how do I put that into an actual market that I want to trade? So down the left here we've got some tickers, Nasdaq, S&P, crude oil, gold, Japanese yen, copper, the pound, British pound and the euro there. Put their basic 1 point dollar moves, and here we got the point risk. So this is where your stop would probably go on. So for example, let's see, let's take WTI. We got 40 points of risk there. So that times the 1 point move would equal $400 of risk if we wanted to put that trade on, but we only want to max risk $157. So we then divide the 157 into the 400, which gives us 0.4 full futures, which means we can't run one full futures contract. But fortunately in Earn2Trade you can do mini futures. That means we can run 4 mini futures contracts. So why is this method good? Well, it means you're not going to oversize and get blown away really quickly. It also means you're controlling your risk within the parameters of other markets that you might want to trade at the same time as well. So it's a real simple method of staying in the game. Really, it's giving you a conservative max risk per trade size, but like I said, it's keeping you in the game. And you can go and put any market you like in, and work out whether you can do the full futures or whether you need to trade the mini futures. So that's also helping you there. It's also refining your trade a lot further by using, say, mini futures over the full futures, because you might have to round up. You might be only wanting to trade, say, a full futures of let's say Japanese yen, which hasn't maybe got mini futures associated with it, and say you came out with a 0.4 full futures contract, then you would say, no, sorry, I can't trade that. I'm going to have to trade something else because I'm not going to round it up to one full lot, because that's 2.5 times my risk. So lots of ways, simple ways you can help yourself stay in these funded challenges. And remember, Earn2Trade, to start with, you're restricted on the 50k challenge to 6 lots, and there's a scaling up process of the lots inside that as well. So you have to be very aware of the trade size and the amount of futures contracts you're putting on, and this is one way of doing it. So let's move on to the second methodology. If you're a bit more advanced, got a bit more trade history, bit more maybe experienced in the world of trading, and want to do one of these challenges, what could you do? So let's jump into methodology 2 now. So this is where I use something called the Kelly criterion. Now, I have done a video on that on the channel, and I've got other methods, well, actually 6 different ways you can use the Kelly criterion. That video thumbnail coming up on the screen now. Check out the channel. I'll put a link at the end of this video to it. But this is another basic approach, but your stats to the trading. Now, I've made up the numbers inside here. We've got a win rate of 75%. Our average win is £150, dollars, doesn't matter. And our average loss is $100. So we got a risk return of 1 to 1.5, and that win ratio of 75%. Now, that gives you a Kelly's number of 58%. Now, for those that don't know, the Kelly's is a mathematical way of scaling up trades that you're very confident in that they're winning, also telling you whether not to trade as well, because if you had a low Kelly's number or a negative Kelly's number, then you might not want to trade at all. But using the raw Kelly's number, that 58%, because that's saying, well, out of our $1,100 we're going to use 58% of that on any one trade. Now, to me, that's a bit risky, so we use something called the Kelly's adjusted. Now, like I said, check my video out because it gives you 6 different ways of doing it. But here we've got 15%. How have I come up with 15%? Well, due to my stats, I've said, well, I want to divide that by the number 4, because 4 is the amount of losing trades I'm comfortable with in a row, possibly losing there. Sometimes that never happens. Maybe it's just 1 or 2, but I'm going to risk manage that and say 4. Well, that's going to come up with a 15% adjusted Kelly number, so 58 divided by 4. And then we take our portfolio size of 1100, and what does that give us in terms of risk per trade? Well, it's $200. I've rounded up the number there to make it a bit easier from what it actually is, but we're going to be risking 200 per trade. So we then put that back into our original spreadsheet, and that will give us our new trades, lot sizes that we could do. And we've sort of added an extra layer of science into the equation here. We've taken a mathematical formula. We've know that we've got an edge in our trading. We don't want to just sit there and plod along, knowing that we've got, like I said, this edge that we can capitalize on in this funded trader challenge. So we want to be a bit bigger. Like I said, remember reverse size, it can also take you smaller, which also will keep you in the game longer as well. But for those more experienced, then the Kelly criterion method is a great way of getting the right trade size for your funded trader challenges, your Earn2Trade challenge, or even your own trading. So there you go, 2 different methodologies for you to take and use in your trading. More specifically in the funded trader challenges, they're definitely going to keep you in the game longer. They're going to allow your strategy to grow, and the aim of the funded trader challenge is to make money in the longer term in a consistent way. And this is a start for you on how to get there and get past that finish line and get that funded account. Now, if you like today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification buttons for future content I'll be producing, especially around Earn2Trade and the Earn2Trade challenge, because remember, I will be taking it myself and putting out all the things I find out about it, you know, some tips, hints, and, you know, some rules and, you know, whatever strategies for, you know, passing that challenge. It's all coming by way of the channel. Now, if you want to see a review I've done of Earn2Trade, I'll put a link to that video coming up after this one and in the description below this. And also that video I mentioned on the Kelly's criterion, that is also coming up right now.